I can't breathe in this thing!
Alright, where are we here? Alright, Nails. Get up here. This is what you were printed for. Let's put this at 9. So he might actually show up when I want him to. This is... There we are. Done. Shut the whole thing off. Because I made the point of putting it all on a switch. We're going to have a whole lot of this hydrogen just burp out and break. And I don't really care. Pop the top door open. So nice and fast. Right, Nails, where are you? Oh, you gotta come by. Here we are. That's... Nope. There we are. Oh, you're hiding behind Gossman, are you? Really? What? Oh, jeez. Did you guys really walk out and get stuck under the... Like, for real? Oh, jeez. Okay, come on. You gotta do this to me on camera, don't you? Come on, Nisbet. Give me a hand. There's Joshua coming in slowly from the other side. Okay. Please get all this junk out of the way. Nails. Stop hiding behind Gossman. Get up the ladder. You can do this. Trust me. Where did you go? Nails? Oh, for crying out bloody loud. I don't know how to break it to you. You're leaving. Whether you like it or not. Go all the way up here. This better work. There we are. Temporal Tear. It's going to take... Let's see here. Infinity cycle, blah, blah, blah. It's a bunch of numbers that don't actually mean anything. Okay, Nails, where did you go? Nails. I don't know how to tell you this. You need to do what I tell you. Saw you try to get away. Get your butt in the rocket already. No, you meathead. What are you doing? Look, it's gonna be fine. Don't worry. Where are you? You're on the damn thing. Move to here. I'm gonna pull that gantry out from under you. You don't get in that. You don't get in that capsule. I swear. Oh, crying out bloody loud. Okay, I finally got Nails in there. You guys are in for a rough go right now. I'm gonna just pull the rug out from under you. And you might want to run away. You might want to not be there. You really might want to not be there. There. Launch rocket. Yay! Achievement unlocked. I could watch this on someone else's, one of someone else's Let's Plays. This is actually the first time I've launched a hydrogen rocket. Off it goes. Later, Nails. Nice knowing you. It's what you were printed for. Find out what's on the other side. Well, probably essentially to get deleted. Our homeworld in this universe is gone, replaced by a skeleton of a planet and a wound in the sky, but I hold out hope that other worlds exist out there, tucked away in other dimensions. I sent my duplicate through the Temporal Tear, carrying that hope on their shoulders. Perhaps one day they'll find a place to call home and begin a thriving colony all their own. And someone's getting scalded because they're standing in the steam. Got a whole lot of these things done. Okay, what's going on here? Scalding. Well, yeah. You decided to stand there while a rocket was going off. What did you expect to have happen? So they just... Open star map, please. They even... Did they actually go anywhere? Or do they just disappear? You can't even study it. Of course, I didn't put any other gear on, but well, that wasn't an arduous, constantly irritating, disastrous mess of a playthrough, was it? Oh boy. What did I learn? Well, one, I learned these things were put in the game just to drive me up the wall. Dupes don't actually do anything you want them to. Slicksters are the cutest thing ever, whatever what color they are. Cooling is a pain in the ass, but not entirely impossible. Like a lot of this place. We're over here. Yeah, it's 42 degrees, not bad. $19 in here. It's rather nice. It's not the hardest thing to do. Ethanol is just as viable a power source in this game as it is in modded Minecraft. Although I think in modded Minecraft it's actually it's a better resource. It's not quite... in Minecraft you can actually properly automate things. You just turn it on and you plug it in right away and it goes. This involves a little bit of time and labor on inputs. A lot of layout stuff. Critter ranching. Gotta go right into that next time I play this. Maybe leave room for expansion. Maybe next time I leave room so things aren't being shoehorned in randomly and in a messy way, and I don't make it utterly impossible to figure out what I'm doing. Maybe a little less spaghetti is in order. Get down to love, get down to this biome as soon as possible. This is a far better, it's a great power source for, I'm going to say, the amount of effort you put into it's a great power source. Natural gas is essentially, you flick it on and it runs. This, I guess if I learned to build a petroleum boiler, would be the same way. let's see, for natural gas. No, natural gas is literally just plug and play. The only effort involved is the tune-ups. And tune-ups are, wow, that's, yeah. We didn't quite obsidianize the bottom half of the map. There's all of this igneous rock I can't get to. The weird part is, like, this is a vacuum. So that must have some really high viscosity, because it seems like this should just get, like, sucked in. Still got a whole bunch. I have no desire to deal with that stuff. And, I don't want to say that, that dupes are disposable. But that said, I guess I shouldn't get attached to them. Because after a while, things just happen to them you can't control. And while I understand that I could build tasteful memorials all over the place, leaving them lay there on the ground doesn't seem to matter. Just anyone can come and visit Turner anytime they want. Right there. Apparently gene goo doesn't decay. I don't know how. There's still a bug. Like, I've got a huge bug that a bunch of these aren't in the game. This Nisbet, here. You see Turner? You see that Turner? I can still assign them to a triage cot. Not that it's going to help. Right? Like, no one's going to pick them up and put them there. Like, ever. I'm fairly certain you can't bring them back. Yeah, I'd have low morale if I was dead too. Okay, Turner, you don't need you stinking up a bed. Food sources. Sleet wheat is a pain in the butt. I legitimately don't know how people farm it. And I say that watching at least a couple other people for how they do it. I don't get how. That's a level of temperature control I don't think I have the patience to manage. So while I would like to run a berry sludge is a great food, ain't even going to try it. Barbecue is... Once I realized that, barbecue is the best thing in the game. Trying to supplement with surf and turf just for the morale bonus. Not. If I had planned this out better, I think if I had a deeper tank so that whenever something died, it sank to the bottom, I could pick it up. That said, considering this... Yeah, this was the first tank, right? Yeah, there was a big ball of polluted water up here, and we flushed a couple of these guys in. And we've been growing them ever since. So, still worth it. 0 maintenance. Put them in here, feed them seeds. Don't feed them anything else. They still die and turn into meat. Let's pinch a pepper nut. Let's see. Pepper bread's great if I have some way to make sleet wheat. Which means the next time I try this... Oh no, it couldn't be able to, could I? pips can't handle the cold, I wouldn't be able to do that, would I? Well, no, if I ranched up a bunch of pips and literally just sacrificed a few to grow sleet wheat, then I wouldn't have to worry about irrigation. And the reason I didn't do any pips here, I get that they're good. I get that they do all kinds of neat things. The only time I ever had a pip in my base, it had an irritating tendency to show up, knock all the food out of something, at which point no one picked it up and it all went bad. And they were constantly knocking things out of storage bins because I didn't know what you're supposed to do with them. So that's on the list of things to try next time. Save something. Anything. Save something. For stuff like this. So that my dupes have something to walk through that looks natural. Although somehow this is a great park, isn't it? It's got one plant and a bunch of dead stuff. Carve out more. Carve out and don't stop carving out. These volcanoes. This gold one's been great. Where are we here? Gold. GOLOL. 262 tons of gold. Which would be great if I had something to make out of it other than radiant pipes. This. Oh. That's what I got out of it. All this effort for 160 kilos of iron, when I'm fairly certain that if I just did stuff up here, yeah, there's more iron up here in the regolith than down there. Definitely need to learn that compact is not a great idea. Because sometimes you just want to get stuff from point A to point B, and you've effectively prevented yourself from doing it. So I'm hitting the pause button for no reason. Someone told me this wasn't a good idea. I beg to differ. I could run 2 more pipes through here and this would be fine. Someone said that water is good as a heat battery. I think it is just as good at cooling. Especially gases. Admittedly, our first try at it wasn't the best. The ethanol tank was not the most well thought out idea I had. Just because it worked in creative doesn't mean it was going to work here. But it works. It does work. Can work. It's like right here. This stuff comes in at 86. And if I can, I'm spitting small amounts of stuff in the line here, so this stuff comes in at 86, goes out at 50, which is way easier to work with. What's that for? 55. So if I was just using the aqua tuner flat out, I would only get to 72. But because I've got this kind of choked, not as choked as I would have liked, but running smaller amounts of water through a bath is definitely an easier way to cool things. Like over here. On the big list of things that look stupid. This Well, normally this would be 2,600, 2.5 liters a second. 2.5 liters a second of heat versus 10 liters a second of cold. But we're losing, what there? 46 to 24. I could run an aqua tuner and lose 14 degrees off of that and have it be too hot to feed bristleberries. Or I can choke it through a cold bath, and then actually you could actually fine tune this just by reducing. Like if this was coming out too cold, like if I wasn't using this up so fast, I could fine tune this by making a couple of these in insulated pipes. I also need to get off of this thing of mine of storing water in the least efficient way. Right, so that's 5 tons of water. 5 tons of water taking up 6 tiles, whereas 5 tons of just plain old water where are we here? So 5 tons of brine is 4 and a change. So keeping this in a pond would allow for better storage, but not as convenient storage. I need just to start dumping stuff into big tanks and leaving it like that. I've seen a couple people that do that. These worts are neat, but I need to not depend on them. That said, I still have 30 of them. Got every Wheezewort. Play long enough to get a bunch of arbor acorns. Need to do the pip arbor acorn thing. Because then I could just make ethanol and run petrol burners. This has to happen again. This transit tube is a... Oh, yeah. So on planning, I thought, yeah, I'll leave 3 spaces. Should be fine for airflow and everything else. Yeah, no. 3 is not sufficient. Especially if I wanted to run a... There's your 3 modes of transport. This down to somewhere else, this all the way down and up, and this for short runs. Still not enough, because then when I try to use it as a utility corridor, that blocks up real fast. And I need to deal with my spaghetti power wire too. But it's done. It's finally done. And this is only on easy. I drove myself up the goddamn wall on easy. Alright. For the 5 people that stuck around, I'm going to take a quick break from this. Learn how to do a few more things. I definitely intend to play it in the future. It is a fun, challenging game, I'll say that. I'm not sure I'm ready for the spaced out stuff. I barely managed to keep a colony alive on 1 rock. I'm not sure I could handle it on multiple. We'll find out. And I will see you in the future.